If you tend to be more of a spender than a saver, but you want to reestablish your financial stability, this video is for you. I'm going to share what I did to cut back on my spending without feeling deprived. Not only did it help me get out of poverty, I was a single mom on welfare, but it also helped me reach financial freedom. I retired early at 47. This video is part 4 of the Summer Wealth Reset series, a conversation that I've been having with women who are rethinking how they establish financial stability, build long-term wealth, and make smarter financial decisions without overcomplicating money. Welcome back to all of my financial besties. And if you're new here, my name is Malika. I am a stock market investor and a money coach. While raising my daughter as a single mom, I built my investment portfolio and retired early. Now I live abroad on the passive income generated by my investments. And on this channel, I share my experiences to help other women invest for their financial freedom. So if you enjoy financial content without the finance bro language, subscribe to my channel. Now, be honest with me. How much of your paycheck is paying for your burnout and how much is buying you real joy? Because when we are burnt out, we don't just pay income taxes to the government. We pay what I call a burnout tax to our daily lives. For most women, we are juggling demanding careers, family obligations, and the emotional labor simply to exist in certain spaces. So a lot of our expenses becomes part of our survival strategy. You pay for meal deliveries because you're exhausted and too tired to cook. You pay premium prices at the last minute because you don't have the bandwidth to plan ahead. You pay extra fees because you just forget to do certain things on time. You randomly shop online to feel better at the end of your workday after you've given everyone else your energy. And after a while, that spending becomes a part of your lifestyle. It doesn't even seem like you're spending extra money. It's what you're spending just to survive because you're so exhausted. But using your money to buy temporary relief is actually what's keeping you trapped in that stressful life. So I don't want you to think of dialing back your expenses as punishing yourself. I want you to think of it as shifting from buying temporary relief to buying your freedom. And I'll explain that later on in the video. So what does it take to cut back your spending without feeling deprived? I did what I call a vibe and value audit. Here's how you do it. Pull up your bank statements from the last 30 days and look at what you've spent money on and put your expenses into 3 buckets. Bucket number 1 is what I call the soul shifters. These are expenses that genuinely protect your peace. For example, your therapist that helps you to stay sane in this crazy world. Your house cleaner that helps you to stay organized so you aren't living in filth. Your personal trainer that helps you eat healthy and stay fit. You want to keep these. No guilt. These are expenses that support your well-being. That's important. Bucket 2 are the ghost bills. I'm talking about your subscriptions, your memberships, your apps, your services, basically anything that you've been paying for that you haven't used in the past 2 months. Cancel them. No hesitation, no self-judgment, no shame. Don't even think twice about it. If you haven't used it in the past 2 months, why are you paying for it? Go ahead and press cancel. I'll wait. And bucket 3 is what I call the numb spending. I'm talking about that $15 delivery fee on a $20 lunch just because you were too busy working and you just could not get away from your laptop. Or the happy hour that enticed you into the restaurant or the bar because they advertise $10 cocktails. But by the end of the night, it turned into a $100 or $200 night because you just needed that time with your coworkers and friends to de-stress. Or that expensive spa day that you labeled as self-care, or the mindless Amazon purchases. This is what I want us to pay attention to, and this is what we are going to target. My secret to cutting back without feeling deprived was swapping, not stopping. When you are already exhausted, you don't want to remove every comfort in your life because that will start to feel like punishment real quick. So instead of eliminating all the ease in your life, let's redesign it. So instead of ordering random takeout 4 nights a week, how about you invest in a prepared meal service delivered just once a week? You'll still get the convenience of having your meals prepared for you, but you will likely spend less and get healthier meals too. Instead of retail therapy at midnight, swiping on your phone, or that expensive spa day, how about you create a luxurious evening ritual at home using the things you already own? Light that candle that you've been saving, make some chamomile tea, and take a bath, a nice hot bubble bath. Read a good book. Go ahead and put on the silk pajamas. Romanticize your life and rest for free. And here's the mental trick that will make it stick so you can buy your freedom. Every single time you say no to a stress induced expense, I want you to immediately move that amount of money over into your high yield savings account. So when you skip that $100 happy hour out with your coworkers and friends, I want you to transfer $100 into your high yield savings account. When you pass on that late night impulse purchase because you were luxuriating in your bathtub with your candle and your wine and your good book, I want you to move the money that you would have spent over into your high yield savings account. When you see that account grow, your brain will stop feeling like you're being deprived because you will realize that you aren't losing anything at all. In fact, you are actually reclaiming your financial stability so one day you can use that money to buy your freedom. Now, you will be faced with some temptation. I know I was. But when you think about buying those shoes or booking that flight, I just want you to pause. I want you to pause for just a second and then look around your space. Right now, go ahead, look around you. And as you look around, make a mental note of everything you see and what you already have. And everything you're looking at used to be cash. So before you buy anything else, I want you to ask yourself one question. Do I value this more than I would seeing the cash compounding in my high yield savings account and making money for me so that I can buy my freedom out of this stressful situation? And here's some other things I used to do when I felt temptation. When you are in the mood to online shop, scroll Zillow instead of Amazon. You are less likely to impulsively buy a house, but you will still get the quick dopamine hit from browsing. And if you catch yourself doom scrolling on social media and comparing your life to other people that you see online, I want you to remind yourself that you have no idea how much debt they're in. They could be up to their eyeballs in credit card debt and barely making ends meet. And it's impossible to keep up with imposters. You have worked too hard to let your wealth leak through the cracks of burnout. Your money belongs to you and your future self, not Jeff Bezos, not Shein, not Chase, and most definitely not American Express. So tell me in the comments, what's one expense that you're willing to cut back or swap out this week? The next video in the Summer Wealth Reset series, we'll talk about what to do with the funds that you've redirected to your high yield savings account and how to buy back your freedom. And if you missed the previous video, you can watch it right here. And until next time, friends, bye for now.